Okay, so we're looking at the first fret plus a phantom fret to the left of the keyboard. Now I happen to have that fret because my guitar is down tuned, so I can start with the C anyway. I guess diatonically it'd be okay. Now pentatonically it'd be. I better stick to pentatonic. So if we're going to the G shape, let's say, I'm going to start on this. Of course, we're going to start on the E, because and it's going to be start on the E note. It's going to be the sixth of G, because E is the sixth of G. Okay, so the E minor is the relative sixth minor of the key of G major. So we're going to start with a G shape there, and I'm going to be able to access that 7 because I'm down tuned here. So the G shape goes. Now that, let's try that one more time. 6. Okay, it's G shapes. 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root. Okay, pentatonically we're not going to need that 7, but diatonically we would need it. 6, 7, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D, I'm going to add another sharp there. So the D pentatonic, I can play it because E is going to be the second of D. And diatonically would be. Okay, so that's 2 sharps. Add another sharp. We'll look at A here. So when you play an A, you have to play just the chord. You're not going to get the leading tone. You're not going to get the third even, unless you go take one of the, use one of the long patterns. So you can do that. You can use a long pattern. So let's say your keyboard is starting here. Let's find an easier keyboard to do that with. Alright, so key of A right here, you have one of the small number keyboards here. The key of A is going to start with an A shape. Okay, E becomes the fifth of A when you're in the key of A. Alright, so now I'm going to put a capo on here because I'm not going to be able to just play these guys with the normal barred pattern, because that's cheating anyway, right? So we're going to use the long pattern here. A is perfect for the long pattern. The S3XL pattern, what pattern is that? Okay, so here's the XL3 pattern. S3XL, stack of 3 extra long. Okay, and that's going to be right here. Oop, I need my box. It's going to be 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the S3XL pattern. Okay, and it was derived from the regular pentatonic boxes, the top of an S3L, S2L, an S3S, and an S2L box. You kind of mix them together, match, put one diagonally, do 4 of them in the middle of it, turns out to be this. It had a use. It could be used in the open fret nut. So the key A is good to play the S3XL from, because you get to do the 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, why didn't that sound right? Because we played it as if it was a Mixolydian fifth. I think that's what that was. So let's see what happened there. Yeah, okay, so the right thing to do here, all right, of course we can play our A, and this is the 5 and the 6th of A. Okay, the 6th of A, the key of A. Okay, F sharp being the 6th of A. We start on the A string, which would be the root there, so it would be. Okay, so I want root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then from there, okay, from there, I want 5, 6 into a 7 root 2. So it was, that 7 root 2 is an E shape. It's going to go to an A shape, to a 5, 6 there, right? The E shape is going to go to a C, an augmented C shape. So, in the key of A, okay, so here our E shape is going to go to the C shape, the augmented fifth, and that's how we would play that using the long patterns, okay? But that's not the subject of this lesson. The subject of the lesson is to understand the string fragments, okay, that are involved with the A shape here. And also, and we can look at this now, the new chart, which isn't done yet. It's far from done, but you can see what I'm doing here. And I got to fix that right there. But because when I colored it, I just wanted to make the chart look kind of, uniform. That happens sometimes. That's when the ink leaks. So right here, this is what we did. We did root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We took the 5, 6 into the middle part of an S3L. So we want 5, 6, 7 root 2. We warped over for another S2L, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. That's the old way of doing it, which works. The new way of looking at it, first of all, is we're going to start for A. We're going to use an A-shaped chord there, bar chord. But the first barred pattern that we're going to use is going to be the next cage shape up. Cage is half of a fifth shape. So it's like A, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, because cage is, the string circles every other letter in caged. So starting on a G here, we would just do a G shape there. A G diatonic. Okay, so how are we going to do that? We can do it the old way. So we're going to start on F sharp right here. You do the old way. Looking at 6, 7 root is the top of an S2L, and then go into an S3L, warp up to another S2L, so that you can play it by the patterns, or we can look at it as each string by string. And this is the new method that's important to understand, is the string patterns. So this would be the G shape. The fifth of G is D. It goes to the 2, 3, 4. Notice that's on a D. The fifth of D is A.